Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a flying character very quickly using existing controls. So I've got my Scorpion drone here, and if you like it you can get on the App Store or the Unreal Marketplace, and I'm going to add that to my tutorial, add to project, and I'll show you some of the settings that's on here. So if you really want to build your own one, then you can. Right, opening that up now. Right, so for the sake of this tutorial I'm going to add, well, I'm going to get rid of this dude because he has an auto possess function which will make things difficult, and we'll go into my Scorpion drone. If I search from the content class it will find it, or just about anything you want really. And yeah, so here it is. I'm going to show you the most important stuff. I've got this loop which isn't important, it's just for my demonstration purposes. This is for communicating with the animation blueprint, and then we've got the jump which from the character, which just makes launch himself into the air. And then these two right here are essential. I'll show you how to get those. Right, because this actually makes it fly. So you go character movement, grab that from there, drag it in, and then branch off of that and you go movement mode. Set movement mode, go to this thing and go to flying, and there's a whole bunch of other ones there. That's a very useful thing. So that's how you get that. What we're going to do here is we're going to change this to an input, and we're just going to use Q from the keyboard. And now this is activating a flip-flop which goes from that same movement mode into walking and flying. And if you're using my asset, then you want to get rid of this start sequence and just go straight into there with that. So also, this doesn't have a camera or anything, so we're going to take it from the third person character. Click on class settings here, then under parent class you click on that part where it says character, because it inherits from character at the moment, and we're going to go to third person character, or you go to whatever one you want to inherit your controls from, and there you go. It now has a camera and it's inherited just about everything from the third person character. So we save that, and so we can actually see it, we are going to get the game mode, and the default pawn class we are going to change to our new character, and he's moving about. You press Q and it flies. And let me show you something about how it works. Now, flying mode basically just slides around in the air, and any impetus to send it up or down sends it up or down, and it basically just hovers sliding around in the air. So what we need now is an axis to send it up and down. So we go back to our character, and we make an axis. You could use any axis you want, like the trigger on a gamepad, your own one, but I wouldn't recommend this. But I'm going to use the scroll, I'm going to use the mouse wheel. Axis, and you want to make sure you get the event and not the mouse values. And then from there we want to get add movement input here, and just plug that baby into there. And now if we press Q, we should have been scrolling up and down. You know, I've forgotten. Put 1 in Z. I don't think the other numbers actually make much difference, but yeah. And now we're scrolling up and down and doing all that good stuff. Right. But what you may have noticed is that the camera doesn't work the same way as the third person. I'll show you that now. If I turn around, I can't get the camera to orbit the character the same way it does normally with the third person character. And there's 2 settings you need to change, because at the moment the rotation is following, well, the character is following the rotation. You don't want it to do that. So you go in self, and under pawn where it says use controller rotation yaw, you don't want that anymore. You want to go all the way down to movement component, and it's actually orientating towards movement and not towards the pawn rotation. So you want orient, you start writing orient, and then you get this character movement rotation settings thing, and orient rotation to movement, you check that. Yeah, and if you've changed anything else and you're struggling to get it to work properly, just remember the principles. It's the camera you're rotating, not the actual mesh. So there you go. We've set that character up in less than 10 minutes. Now have a good one. Thank you.